gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what it do, and welcome to another episode of AJ's Wrestling Review. Today, without further ado, okay, I've got to stop rhyming. What I really should be getting on top of right about now is showing you these figures which we are looking at today, and as you can tell, I am very excited.
I'm very excited.
It is none other than the most recent Mattel WWE Royal Rumble Elite figures. So let's take a look at these said figures. First up, of course, we have Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin. In my opinion, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time and one of my personal favorites. Definitely in that top three there. And not to mention, he has, all the best haircuts as well. So, I'm just saying, Stone Cold. Sorry about that. And then also we have, it is Mr. Titus O'Neil. Very first Elite figure for Mr. Titus O'Neil. Cannot wait to get stuck into that. And then we have the man beast, Umaga. So very second figure for Umaga. And it looks like he's kind of rocking this whole debut look right here. Very interesting. But the figure that I am probably the most excited for is this man right here. Get ready to feel the power of the Ultimate Warrior. Yes, that's right. Ultimate Warrior coming with the Intercontinental title belt. Very first time that we're getting it with the yellow strap, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Interchangeable heads. I'm excited. I am excited about this, but before we go on with actually reviewing the figures, just real quick, I want to take a moment to thank all of the new recent subscribers. Now, when I say all, I know there's just a few of them, but hey, this channel has been getting some growth out of nowhere. The YouTube algorithm gods have been blessing a lot of people with this video and all my others in their recommended channel, so I'm hoping that this continues. But either way, with all that aside, thank you if you're new watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't be a stranger. Hit that like button. Get commenting. Let me know who you are. Let's talk in the comments, okay? And most importantly, I thank you very much for watching. And yeah, let the good times roll. Let's review these figures, shall we? And here we go. To kick things off, we're going to be taking a look at one of the packages here, just at random. It is the Ultimate Warrior. Now, you've seen the front for all of them, but have you seen the sides? So there's a side image right there, another one there, and then also that same image a little bit bigger on the back here. And get a look at the demonic eyes right there of the Ultimate Warrior. That is absolutely nightmare fuel right about there. So as you can see, there's a couple of bits of info here, career highlights, a little bio bit, and of course you already know who else is in the series: Umaga, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Ultimate Warrior, which we have here, and then Titus O'Neil. So yes, that is the packaging. Now it is time to get these figures up out of the packaging, onto the rotating display. It is review time. Let's go. And in no particular order, we'll be starting off with looking at Umaga. So I have him posed with the Samoan Spike interchangeable hand, but what I also like about it is that you do get just a regular old open palm interchangeable hand with that wrapping on the thumb. So that is very cool. Now, detail wise, taking a look at this figure, the tattoos are just simply amazing. They're not super sharp and dark. They've kind of got a bit of a fade to it, which just makes them look ultra realistic. And I really, really like that. I think it's nice. Now, this thing he's wearing, he would wear as part of his entrance. I believe it's called a sarong. So that's a look at that there. Just clips in the back. Now, detail on the tights. As you can see, there's his face on one side, Umaga written down the other, and then also Umaga over on his butt. So yeah, absolutely love the tattoos on this figure. More of a close-up on that face scan right there. Just simply amazing. So there we go. That is Umaga. Next up, it is the man who rumbled, he stumbled, and he most definitely did slide. It is Titus O'Neil. So let's get a look. I love how he was posed in the packaging as he's doing that sign with his hands. And I thought, well, why not just display him exactly like that right now? Except only difference now is I have him in that soft goods fabric shirt. Also, I will point out, if you didn't see, he does come with a nice little whistle there. Very nice. The only other way I believe we got this whistle accessory was with a Sergeant Slaughter Hall of Fame Elite figure, so it's nice to see it again. Taking a look at the back of his tights, you can see there Titus, and then on the front you've got a lot of nice detail with his logo right there, the world above him, Titus Worldwide, and then you've kind of got like this whole Black Panther aesthetic. See what I mean? You know, Black Panther, you see it? Yeah, awesome. Really love the face scan too. Super accurate. I don't really think you could have done it any better. The only other detail to point out is on the boots. He's got this logo here. I think this was like the fraternity he went to. Is that like their logo? I'm not too sure. Somebody, if you know the answer, let me know about that. And then also he just has that one tattoo, which you can see here. So really cool. Love it. I don't think they could have done this figure any better. It's just really freaking good. So anyway, that's Titus O'Neil. Next up, we're going on to the Ultimate Warrior. So here he is, once again, got him posed similar to how he was in the packaging. Now, I do have the basic version of this figure, and the Elite is just as good, if not slightly better, because what we're actually seeing on it is slightly more detail and, of course, much more better articulation. So the first thing that's very eye-catching is just all the little warrior logos in different colors over the boots. I think that's so cool. As you can see, tassels hanging off the knee pads, tassels as part of the armbands. Just overall a really sick figure. The face scan, just simply amazing. However, I do like the face scan on the basic, but hey, maybe I might do a bit of a switcheroo on those, who knows. And then just more of a close-up of that yellow strap Intercontinental Heavyweight Wrestling Championship title belt. It is very nice. And there you go, little logo on his butt there. So that is the Ultimate Warrior. I'll also pop him back on the display real quickly and then show you this interchangeable head that he comes with the faded off paint aesthetic to it. Very nice, very nice. As you can see, it is the exact same face, right? Just obviously this one has the paint wear on it, but still, hey, it's really cool to get an interchangeable head with the Warrior, as well as, you know, just your basic open palm interchangeable hands as well. And finally, we got, last but not least, Stone Cold Steve Austin. For the first time ever, he has a vest that is with the gold on it. I forget which event this was from. It doesn't have anything but the skull on the back, but I believe when he did wear it on the back, it actually said alcohol fueled, I believe, on it. And, you know, for a kid's toy, you can't really have that.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
SCSA, Stone Cold Steve Austin 101, gold skull. Just a really nice figure, although one flaw, as you can kind of see here, it looks like he's just had some form of a lobotomy, brain surgery, just looking like, yeah, someone's cut his head open there. So that's a slight manufacturing flaw. I have heard too, one of my buddies did point out that his head is a little bit bigger for his body. I mean, if we put his arms down, you can see the head is definitely a slight bit bigger than the body. So it is kind of weird, very bobbleheadish, I guess you could say. But this is the very first, you know, new updated head scan, one of a kind for Stone Cold Steve Austin. And, you know, besides that little part right there where it looks like someone's cut his skull open, talk about Broken Skull Ranch, right? It's very accurate. It looks so awesome. I will be doing a comparison at the end of the video with all of these figures to some others that I have, so please stick around for that. Very basic, of course, black tights, you know, black knee pads, you know, black knee braces. The only other real detail to point out is just his tattoo, which is looking very crisp right about there. So yes, there is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Those are the figures. It's time to give them a final review score from 1 to 10. Let's go. And now the time has come to give each and every single one of these figures an individual review score from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the very best. We will be starting off from left to right with Umaga over here. What can I say? I do love this figure. I think the tattoo detail is amazing. I like the nice bright red debut attire. It pops, very cool. Love the elbow pads too, matching. The only thing I could really fault it on is the fact that the scale of Umaga, who's 6'4", is slightly bigger than the likes of the tallest guy here in the set, Titus O'Neil, which is 6'6". So scale, not all that accurate. Yes, they're only 2 inches off in height, but still, as you can kind of see here, it's a bit of a huge difference. I mean, you know, I wouldn't really say anything else if, you know, they were all kind of the similar same height, but the fact that Umaga's 6'4", Titus O'Neil being the tallest, 6'6", yeah, looks weird. Looks weird that the slightly shorter guy is definitely much taller, as you can, you know, kind of see here. So, for just that slight inaccuracy when it comes to the height of the figure, I will have to knock it down a point, but I do believe this is a very solid figure nonetheless, and I don't think you can go wrong with it. So, wasting no time, Umaga, from 1 to 10, he gets a 9. Yes, that's right. So, Umaga, a 9. Moving on to Titus O'Neil right here. I absolutely love this figure. Like I said, this is his very first figure in Elite form, and I really think it has impressed me. I like the simplicity of it. I like the detail. I like the shirt that it comes with, the whistle. It's all really nice, and the face scan too. I don't think you could have done it any better. This might shock some people, but it definitely did not shock me. From 1 to 10 for Titus O'Neil, he is getting a perfect 10. Yes, that is right. 10 for Titus O'Neil right here. Love this figure. I'm going to be holding on to this one in my collection for a long time. Love it, love it, love it. So friggin' good. So yeah, there it is. Titus O'Neil, he gets a 10. Moving on to Stone Cold Steve Austin right here. Stone Cold. Well, it is, yes, a Stone Cold Steve Austin figure. The only thing that really sets it apart, as you may have heard me say it, is the fact that you're getting this new face scan. I think this face scan is incredibly accurate. The one thing that I don't like about it, as you also heard me point out, was there's like a, if you look real closely, there's kind of like a little dint in his head there, or where it looks like, you know, it's kind of been molded together. Just looks weird. There really isn't a hell of a lot going on with this figure, so it's hard to like give it a high review score, but nonetheless, I will give it a passing grade of 7.5 for Stone Cold Steve Austin in the black and gold vest. Looking very nice. Once again, another figure that if you happen to get, I don't think you can do wrong, especially if you don't have any Stone Cold Steve Austin figure. Definitely get this one if you have the opportunity. And now, moving on to the Ultimate Warrior right here. Love this Ultimate Warrior figure. I think it's cool. It is very simple with the face. You know, there's not too much expression to it, and then also with the interchangeable head that you get with it. It's like I said, it's the same thing, but just with the paint scratched off, kind of like a more of a battle-worn look. I think it's great. I think it's really cool that you get the yellow strap Intercontinental title belt. Being an Ultimate Warrior figure, I love Ultimate Warrior figures because they're so cool and colorful and they pop, especially when you have them on display. The little colorful logos on the boots, really cool. Just the fact that there's not too much expression on the face, I think holds it back. Although we do get 2 interchangeable heads, yeah, the fact that it's kind of lacking in expression, I mean, I would want it to be different from the basic, but yeah, I don't know, it's not quite a perfect 10, but I will say it is a solid 9, quite like Umaga. So let's go through them once again. Umaga, a 9, Titus O'Neil, a 10, Stone Cold Steve Austin, a 7.5, and then the Ultimate Warrior, a 9. All in all, for this Royal Rumble Elite set right here, you've got really good scores. If you happen to pick up any of these figures, you cannot go wrong. So that is my thoughts and opinions on them right there. Now, let's take a look at some comparisons before we wrap up this video. So there you see there is Umaga, debut look. But the only other Umaga which we've had up until this point is this one right here. I do forget which Elite series he is from, but I will pop it up on screen. So here you can see this is more of the debut Umaga, which is the more recent one. And here is kind of him in the middle of his run. As you can see, there's definitely a lot more tattoo detail going on. The face though, not as much of an expression happening in comparison to this one. But I think, you know, given the slight variations in colors, I mean, they're both very solid. So if you own either, you know, that's cool. I'm lucky enough to own both of them now, so I am ultra cool. Definitely, that is cool. But moving on now to Titus O'Neil. So the comparison with Titus, here he is, elite form. As you know, I am definitely loving this figure, but here is his basic. So as you can see, the face scan really takes a dramatic improvement. You know, you've got that like real, what do they call it? True effects, lifelike details in the face, as opposed to this more of a cartoonish look. I mean, the tights look nice on this, but it's a basic, you know what I mean? There ain't really much going on with the basic in comparison to the Elite. So definitely, like I said, this is a 10 out of 10 Elite figure right here. So this is something I'll be hanging on to. This one I'm not so sure about. I mean, because this is just so good, and this is just, you know. And then once again, a bit of a close up there, as you can see on the face. Definitely, this is a lot more realistic. Don't you guys think? Anyway, and now on to Stone Cold Steve Austin. So there is Stone Cold, black and gold vest. But here is quite possibly the most common Stone Cold Steve Austin figure that a lot of collectors might happen to have, and it is the defining moment Stone Cold Steve Austin. Got him holding that Smoke and Skull World Championship belt right there. If I had to pick between the two, I mean, just based on like detail alone, there's obviously a bit more going on with this defining moments figure here, and I just think the head scan really, you know, although it seems more realistic in the face there, I don't know, I think I would prefer this one, because yes, this head is kind of bulky. This one is more in scale with the body. I mean, you can kind of see that there. Huh? What do you think? Now, and finally, moving on to the Ultimate Warrior. So there is the figure which we have been looking at. Let's get him over here. And here is the basic, this basic figure of his which we've been talking about. So I've got him with a custom shirt on, but nonetheless it is pretty much the exact same attire. Now as you can see in the boots, it doesn't have the logos on it quite like the Elite does. There is just like on the back there, that same logo on the tights. Tassels are slightly shorter on the basic. Tassels a bit more vibrant and popping, looking loose on the Elite, which is much better. But really, take a look at that face scan. That's what it's really all about right there. So, you know, I don't really think you can go wrong with either one. But if you were in a predicament where you had to just pick like one in particular, I think I would go with the basic, just ever so slightly, because I'm guessing the basic will be a little bit cheaper. I don't know, man, the detail on the boots, it's a hard one. It really is a hard one. Well, look, for me, I'm gonna, you know, hold on to both of these figures because I am a bit of an Ultimate Warrior completionist. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Ultimate Warrior completionist. And what I'm gonna do at some point is just swap this head over onto the Elite. I love the more expression in this Ultimate Warrior basic. The Elite, not too crazy. There's a bit more hair detail going on, like with the paint, whereas this one's just like a solid brown. This one's kind of, you can see there's a little bit more streaks of black in it, so the shading looks slightly better. But yeah, that face scan is really where it is at. So yeah, there we go, Ultimate Warrior. That has been the review, guys. I hope you have enjoyed watching. Make sure to leave a like, leave a comment if you have enjoyed what you have watched. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel, because there will be more videos quite like this, and maybe even some more collection videos as well too of certain wrestlers. So stick around for that. Once again, thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day. Bye bye.